Good afternoon and welcome to another TW White & Sons used car videos. Today we have a lovely Mazda CX-30. This is a Sport Lux in the SKYACTIV X engine with the additional 6 horsepower, so it's actually the 186 horsepower version of the vehicle. It's a very late plate with just under 5,000 miles in the machine grey. Now this is a very close customer of ours. Loved the vehicle, just circumstances changed, so brought it back in and got something else. So this is, it's a really good example of one of these cars, very well looked after, especially in a time that it's been had. But it is very well kept. There's no marks, there's no scrapes or dented alloys or anything. And I've actually left it running just because I think it looks so good with the lights on. I don't know how much you can actually see of that in this light, but it does look very striking from here. So with the Sport Lux and the X engine, you got the addition of the sunroof. You got really nice things like the camera at the back, and you also got the automatic tailgate, which I will demonstrate for you now, which is really handy if you've got kids, dogs, that sort of thing. As you're coming to the vehicle, you can just press the button on the key and it'll open by the time you get there. Now this has also got the smart storage as well at the back, so you have actually got a deeper bit of the boot here which you can hide things underneath, but you can also separate bits and pieces that you have. So if you've gone food shopping but you've also gone to the gym and you don't want your sweaty socks or pants or anything touching your groceries, then you can split it, which is quite handy. Also, separating Christmas presents and bits and pieces like that. Now up here on the tailgate you have two options. So you have the button where you just push and it will bring the tailgate down, or if you've done with the car and you've finished and you're going to walk away from it, you can press the padlock button, which will do the tailgate, but it also locks the vehicle as well, which is also quite handy again if you've got baby in hand, pushchair, shopping, trying to get the dog out of the car. So all a number of things that you can do with that there. With this vehicle, it is petrol. It is a mild hybrid. So whether you know too much about it or not, but this has actually got batteries that sit underneath the driver's seat. And what that does is when you brake or when you're coasting, it stores energy up, which then in turn supports the engine. So when you're pulling away, and also when you are using your phone using your phone in the car, when you've got your aircon on, when you've got heated seats on, it's all drawing that power from it rather than taking it away from the engine. So it's a really clever system. Now this vehicle also has something called Spcci. Now with the X engine, it uses a mixture of petrol and diesel technology. So you put petrol in the vehicle, but it also uses combustion in the cylinders as well. So if you go into the menu here, you can actually see what's going on while you're driving. So combustion status. So you can see if the batteries are supporting the engine, or if it goes the other way around, then you can see the arrows going back into the batteries. So that means that the engine's not needing all of its power, so then it will transfer the energy back into the batteries again to store those up, which is a really helpful way of doing it. Now the Spcci bit of it, so if you imagine with a petrol engine there's a spark, and then with a diesel it's combustion. Well, this engine uses a bit of both, so it's really economical. In my Mazda 3 that I have, I'm getting high 40s to the gallon at the moment in my one, which I absolutely love, especially for my long journey to work. So that's really helpful, especially in the size vehicle that it is. Now, just going on to some of the other features that you've got here, you've got an automatic park brake and the auto hold function, which is really helpful on hills or just in traffic. You don't have to keep your foot on the brake, so you just push that button there and it lights up and it will just hold the vehicle wherever you are. Now, you've got all of your systems here, which you can use on the screen up here. So if you press the home button, it always takes you back to this screen. And then if you use the spindle, you can use entertainment, navigation, and go into your settings. So with the navigation, you have got the Mazda version, or you can connect your phone via CarPlay or Android Auto, and you can use things like Google Maps or Waze, Apple Maps, whatever you want really. But you can also listen to things like audiobooks, Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon Music, and it all comes up on screen. And you can actually talk to Siri while you're doing it, so you can reply to messages using voice commands, or you can answer the phone or ask Siri to call someone while you're driving, and it's fully legal, which is really, really helpful. Now behind here you've got your cup holders, and then you've got your automatic air conditioning here. So you've got heated seats, you've got heated front screen and rear screen. So with this car, what happens is it uses the wipers to de-ice your vehicle. So there's heat elements in the wipers, and it wipes the screen, and then obviously over a couple of minutes it will clear your screen of ice, which is really handy. You can also change the temperature one side and not the other. So if your partner or your friend or whatever is really hot, they can turn theirs down, or you can just press the sync button, it goes back to where it was before. If we go down to the settings, so you've got loads of different bits and pieces on here that you can do. One of my favourite things is the door lock. So with the door lock, you can have something called keyless walkaway auto lock. So the last person gets out of the vehicle, as long as the person with the key is still in range of the vehicle, the door shuts, it beeps at you, and then you start walking away and the door locks itself, which is really handy. What I also quite like as well is at the bottom, you've got fuel door lock delay. Now, sometimes when I get out and fuel the car, obviously I've got the key in hand, and by the time I get to the fuel cap, the car has already locked itself, which is really annoying. Because obviously you need to get your key back out of your bag or your pocket or whatever. So what you can do is you put it on a 30-second delay. So what that does is if your car locks itself, the cap doesn't at the back. So you can still open that, and then when you push it and you finish fueling, then the car will lock the cap as well, all at the same time. You can also do bits and pieces on here, like you can match your seat heat to the temperature in the car. So what that does is you can have that ticked. So if it's really cold outside and you whack your heating up to like 22, 23 degrees, it will put your heated seat on automatically, which is really nice. Like that in the mornings. What else do we have on here that's quite cool? Oh, heads-up display. I don't know if you're going to be able to see that or not. There we are. So on the heads-up display, what you will be able to see is your speed, the speed of the road that you're on, and then also your cruise control, which you can turn on and off at the steering wheel. You can also adjust how close the car gets to the vehicle in front. So it comes up on screen there as well. I don't know if you saw that quickly. So that is the legal 2 seconds behind the vehicle. But then if you feel a bit safe to have the car a bit further away, then you can also do that. And obviously you can see there that the vehicle's only done 4,843 miles. So relatively new, and almost a full tank in here as well, which is very nice of the previous customer. You've got auto lights as standard, auto wipers as standard, which is really handy. And then you've got bits and pieces down the back here, which I just maneuver the camera slightly. So you've got your tailgate button. You also have the iStop, TCS off, parking, and also the car security, which you can turn on and off. You've got bits and pieces on the driver's door as well, so you can lock the vehicle, but you can set it up so that the vehicle locks itself as soon as you start driving away for safety reasons. And then you have got things like the rear camera that I was talking about before, with front and rear parking sensors. So it's a really lovely example. There's the sunroof. It's a really lovely example of this car, and considering that you can't get one of these brand new for at least 3 or 4 months, it might help, you know, if you are willing to go for a used one that has been looked after, then go for one of these instead. It is available here at Weybridge. So if you would like any more information on the vehicle, or if you'd like to come and test drive the vehicle, please do let us know. Give us a call here on 01932 858 866 and we'll get you booked in. Many thanks, and I look forward to speaking to you soon. Bye bye.